Hi, I'm Zoe, and I'm here to read you a few poems. And the first I'm going to read is from my first collection, The Secret, and it's called Hecate. It has an epigraph by Shakespeare, which goes like this. Upon the corner of the moon, there hangs a vap'rous drop profound. I'll catch it ere it come to ground. Hecate. Here I have a west-facing room above a white tree, and on the shelves are jars of pickles, eyes, fingers and ears. An ice cream van clangs out tunes in the street below. Those summers at the hotel, the yellow light of dawn, bright as electricity. I woke at 6 with my grandmother, long before the guests were up, and sat on the back doorstep eating bread and cheese. In the hotel garden, I scrubbed at spider webs, mould and spattered dirt on the chair legs. A bird flew up from the long grass with a great flapping of wings, rustling like newspaper. I take a finger from a jar and slice it open for the bone. A hand that once opened its fingers to pluck an apple or orange felt its cool weight of a juggling ball. My grandmother gave me an orange on Christmas Eve and sent me up the long flight of wooden stairs. That night I dreamed of the white enamel bathtub with animal feet. We often sat in it together, and segments of oranges floated on the surface. "Eat up," she said, but a breeze rushed in from the hallway where you stood at the door. To discover your thoughts, I take an eye, and pressing my nail into the place where the eyeball met the brain, I open my mouth with a white globe. That flesh texture on my tongue is almost like eating a lychee. I spit the hard center in my palm, brown shiny bean, black pupil. I had short hair as a child, and like the women who passed through the hotel, women with curls tumbling out from under their wide-brimmed hats. And when I met you, I wanted long hair that we could both suffocate in. My grandmother's favorite, the Cape gooseberry that relieves regret. Peel back the veined paper shell to reveal the bitter fruit, fat as an orange blister. Bite from the stem and swallow it whole. So the next poem I'm going to read is from my most recent collection, Hand and Skull. And quite simply, it's a letter from the artist Georgia O'Keeffe, whose image is also on the front of the book. Letter from Georgia O'Keeffe. He opened the lens, and I did as I was told, sat long and bare for the stretch of a 4-minute exposure. A stormy night on Lake George, and later he wrote, "All is right between us, for you gave me your virginity, you offered the very center." And he hung me in pieces on his gallery wall. He is, I suspect, always photographing himself. Where I saw a tree with a cut limb, in pain but lovely and live, he cropped a dying chestnut, crying with a man's soul. When I knew the hot moon and its reflection, white and mingling on the waves, he mapped a line between land and sky, and the moon watching passive. Every part of me he saw in fragments, bits of universality in a woman's body, neck, torso, breasts. People often say funny things about my hands, how admired they have been when painting, smeared as they are, but preferable to the white, useless hands men know so well. He had me boxed until my leaving, when he accused me, for I went on, no longer a pet or a creature, not his Georgia O'Keeffe. I walked out naked onto the long sigh of land under a darkening sky. As good a place as any, I told him, to let your bones bleach.